It's like CNN, all of these, MSNBC, CNN, everybody bashing celebrities, bashing anyone who spoke out against the war. And then I wouldn't watch the TV again for 3 weeks. I'd turn it on. It's like like right where it left off. Bashing, bashing. And then it just kept going and relentless. You talked about something I did not know about until I read this article you said. You said that, like, shortly after the Declaration of Independence came into being, that was 76, in like 1790s, they already had the Alien and Sedition Act, I think it was called.
Right. Yeah, 1798, yeah.
Right, so I just wanted you to talk a little bit about how they suppressed speech even like then and in World War I and World War II.
It seems especially to happen when there is a foreign policy crisis, you know. And in 1798, although we weren't at war with France, there was a kind of, it was like a Cold War going on. And so the government wanted to suppress criticism, and so they passed the Alien Sedition Acts. You know, you can't criticize government officials, you know. And people actually were imprisoned under the Alien Sedition Acts. But that's a pattern. In every war, there's always been an attempt to suppress dissent because the government is worried about people turning against the war. They want to control information. And in World War I, they put about 1,000 people in prison under the Espionage Act and another Sedition Act. It's interesting to me that they feel the necessity to do that. It means that they are worried about the truth.
Small movements.
But of course, before World War I, it wasn't actually a small movement. The Socialist Party was big before World War I. The IWW, Industrial Workers of the World, was very powerful. Trade union, radical trade union.
That was Eugene Debs then?
Eugene Debs was very involved in both the Socialist Party and the IWW. That's right. And Debs went to prison for, 10 years because he spoke out against the war. So it's a pattern of it's interesting, the reasoning that they always use. The reasoning they use is, well, we're at war, and we're at war, you must support the government. Strange kind of reasoning. It's exactly when you're at war that you need freedom of speech. It's exactly when life and death is at stake, right, that you need to be able to question what the government is doing. And exactly at such a time, they say, you mustn't speak up. But this business of celebrities, it's interesting, there too. Why are they so excited about celebrities speaking out? Makes me feel good when I see that. I mean, that is really, I feel, oh, good, it's getting to them. Whenever they react that way, I feel, oh, it's getting to them, it's good. It's good that you and George Clooney and the Dixie Chicks and Tim Robbins and Susan Sarandon, it's Eddie Vedder, all of these people who have a big following, speaking out, being citizens, not content with just being entertainers, being citizens. And I think it's terrific.
Do you think that this kind of movement is about to just, is it going to take hold and really go crazy now, or do you think it's, what do you think is going to happen?
Do you mean the movement against the war?
Not just against the war, but really starting to see the corruption of the government and its foreign policy generally.
I think that the cracks in the empire are going to become wider and wider. I really have faith that the truth, although it takes a while to come out and although they try to suppress it, I really believe that the reality of what is happening comes through the people. And I see that happening now. I am confident, really confident, that more and more people in the United States, as they learn more, because Americans really, I believe, have a common sense, have a common decency. It's just when they are misled and deceived and lied to that they will support war. But as soon as they begin to sense that something is wrong and they begin to learn things, yeah, I feel that we're going in a good direction.
You said something in a recent thing that you wrote. You talked about Tom Paine uses the word patriot to describe the rebels resisting imperial rule. And he also enlarged the idea of patriotism when he said, "My country is the world, my countrymen are mankind." Well, that's kind of the way I feel. I was really glad to see that you quoted him, and that, I don't know, it made me feel connected to Tom Paine.
Do you think that you and other people in the arts are especially close to the idea that we are all citizens of the world? Because I think people in the arts have an opportunity to go all over the place, you know, to go to other countries, to experience other cultures, and I think you know, musicians are traveling all over the world, actors are going all over, and I think it creates the possibility of you being more aware that, yes, patriotism is not just caring for your own country, it's caring for people all over the world.
Yeah. I mean, definitely, that's just traveling really helps. Yeah. I've been all over the world, and I've seen nice people in France, you know, even in France, yes. And in, you know, Arab countries, and like kind people in Israel, you know, people all over the world, you know, and when you get a sense of that people are basically good, then you have to question, isn't it the government that is wrong here? You know, and
I think it's important. It's an important revelation when you begin to think that the people in countries all over the world have more in common with one another than they have with their own governments. You know.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
So I don't know. I know that the term. Well, I won't get into that. I was about to say something controversial.
No, you mustn't do that.
But well, let me just say that really. It's been an honor and a privilege to be hanging out and having this conversation with you, and I hope that it's the first of many. And anytime you want to come out and stay with my family in Hawaii, you're welcome to come visit.
That's a great invitation. I'm going to make a reservation tomorrow.
Thank you very much, Howard.
Thanks, Woody. This was terrific.